Hey guys, Baratus here, and today we're going to be having a look at the sync mod. So this isn't a normal, what would you call it, Let's Play episode like I normally do. I'm actually on a completely different world to any of the other videos I've done. Ooh, that was a bit of a FPS drop. I'm actually using the AT launcher now, and this is the Yogscast Complete Pack. So I've been on a bit of a Yogscast binge the last few days, watching a lot of their videos, and I thought it was pretty cool how they're actually doing like 5 or 6 different series, all on the same server with the same mod pack. And it got me thinking about actually doing a similar thing just for fun, where I would have, say, multiple different bases in one world, like thousands of blocks apart, completely separate from each other, but focusing on different things. So like a Thorncraft base, I don't know, like a Tinker's Mechworks base, and all sorts of stuff like that. So I've made this world using the Yogscast pack, and I actually added a couple of extra mods. I've added like Archimedes ships and what was that other one? Oh, I can't think of it now. I don't know, a couple of mods that I really like. I was playing around with the Meteors mod and the Weather and Tornadoes mods, but they're not playing very nice with the pack, and they cause a lot of mess. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, I haven't actually gone off and made any bases yet, but how I'm planning to do so is to actually use the sync mod to set up multiple copies of myself in each of these bases so that I can easily just swap between them when I want to change gears and work on a completely different mod. So to do this, we're going to make copies of ourselves, and to sort of like cloning ourselves even. Let's get rid of that. So to start us off, we're going to have to make a couple of sync cores. And I've got one here. They're pretty complex. We actually need 2 daylight sensors, 2 nether quartz, 2 emeralds, a block of redstone, a block of lapis lazuli, and an ender pearl. And I'm actually going to make 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. So on their own, these don't do much of anything really, but we're going to need to make 2 little structures, 2 little block things first. The first one we're going to make is a shell constructor. So this one is just 4 obsidian, 3 glass panes, a redstone, and 1 of our sync cores. So we'll grab that one. So we'll get this started first. So if we place this down, let's place it here. So looks pretty cool actually, just for a block. And you'll see in our Whaler window at the top there, it says shell owner none and build progress 0. So what this is actually going to do is build like a clone of us, clone of your character. So to start off with, we need to right click on it so it can take a sample of our DNA and hurt us a little bit, but there we go. Now you can see it's owned by me, and it's still got progress 0, so we need to power this, and there's one way to power it inside the sync mod itself, and that is to make a treadmill. And I'm actually just going to grab these bits here. So we can make one of these little treadmills with a daylight sensor, an iron bar, a redstone, 2 obsidian, and 2 black carpet. And I'm just going to pull that up and make 2 of them. So what we do is we place them. Let's see if I can place it. How do I place it? Do I have to place it against that? Why can't I place them? Oh, okay, they're placed like that. So I think I've got that the wrong way around. So I think I need to place it like that. And that one like that. There we go. So I don't think I can power these ourselves. We can't power these ourselves. We can't jump on and run on these treadmills. What we have to do is grab a pig or a wolf. So I've got a couple of golden lassos here from extra utilities that I've captured a couple of pigs in. So we should be able to just drop a pig. Okay, he hasn't landed on there. We might need to lead him onto it with a lead. Come here, you. Hey, come here. Come on. Silly thing. Get over here. Come on. Are you on the treadmill? No? Ah, there we go. Okay. Ah, oh, damn it, I pushed him off. Come on. Come on, you. Okay, there we go. So I'll just... there we go, break the lead. Alright, so maybe I can drop it on this bit? And that'll make it work? Come on, pig. There we go, alright. So, we have pig power. So now these pigs will run on this treadmill, and you can see they're generating 2.03, I think that's pig watts, or pigawatts, something like that. I think it's just a made-up energy. Ooh, this is spazzing out a bit. Just like a made-up energy source to actually power these shell constructors. So you can see in here, it's very slowly... Oh man. These guys are spazzing out like crazy. It's very slowly building something in here, and this is actually a shell. Yeah, a shell, a clone of myself. So you see it's at 9%. Now, that will take quite a while, but the other thing that we can try, I think this works. I think we can power this with redstone flux. So if I drop this here, connect the pipe to it, and we'll just set this to output on the front face. Oh yeah, there you go. So that's going much faster. So if you're not using thermal expansion, you can use these treadmills with pigs or wolves to power this, and I think you can set up probably 3, have a third treadmill on the back there. Or, if you're using thermal expansion, you can use thermal expansion power. You see that's actually going very quick now. Let's see, it's almost finished. Boom, and there we go. Look at that hamster. Hamster. Too close to these pigs. Look at that handsome devil. I messed that up. I just gotta sleep quickly to get rid of this rain. Because that is very annoying. There we go. Okay, so we have our clone. And I'm actually going to try and pick these pigs up because... Yeah, get them out of here. Pick up that treadmill. Okay, so we have our clone, but how can we use it? So I think if we right click on this, we might delete him, or I don't know, I don't really want to tamper with it just yet. But what we can do, we're going to need to make our second block, the shell storage unit. Grab these levers too. So these require our other sync core, just one, 4 obsidian, 2 glass panes, a block of iron, and a weighted pressure plate. Which, a weighted pressure plate's just 2 iron ingots. It's actually a vanilla recipe, though I don't see it used too often. Then that'll get us our shell storage. So once again, I'm going to make a couple of these so we can actually demonstrate it. So if I drop one of these here, first thing you see is that it's got this red light here, and if we walk into it, nothing happens. So this one's pretty simple. All it needs is a redstone signal. See that turns green? So now, and I actually want to drop a second one of these before I step into that. So let's drop another one. Let's see, it doesn't look like there's any baddies out here at the moment. Let's just clear a bit of grass here. We'll drop the other one of these outside. There we go. Okay, so actually we'll step into this one here. So we step into a shell constructor when it shell storage, sorry, when it's been turned on. and you'll see it spun us around, and now we have an option. We have this this selection wheel, and you can see there's a copy of me up the top there with the current coordinates, and that's actually our clone. So if we click on that, zooms out, zooms back in just like that. And there we go. We're now in our clone. So this clone is like a completely separate entity, like a completely separate player. It has its own levels. So if let's see, can I grab yeah, right. So I got one level out of there. It's got its own level. It's got its own inventory. So you see we've lost our armor. We don't have anything in here. Let's grab some cobblestone. And then just some random junk just to have on our hotbar. So if we go outside and walk over here, you can see here I am. So this is the shell that I was using at the start of the video with its armor and everything. So it's now in the storage here, and it's just an empty shell, an empty clone that we can use however we want, or actually keep it as a backup. So what this changes is if you die, you don't respawn like you would normally. You actually, it's actually pretty cool. You actually have like a death animation where you like melt into the ground. You just sort of like collapse into a puddle, and you'll pop up in your nearest shell that's sitting in a storage nearby. Or you can set up a home shell, but I don't think I can do that just yet. So we'll just swap back. And this is actually really cool. It's just like Grand Theft Auto. How it does that zoom out to the map and then zoom back in, which is really cool. So now we can see we're back in our original shell with our inventory all back. Got our lassos with our pigs and all that sort of stuff. So it's all back. So the other thing I want to show off, if I just pick these up, is that this will also work cross dimension. So if we head into the nether here, and I hope there isn't a creeper on the other side, because as you can see, I came through this portal just before. There was a creeper, it blew up, killed me. I lost 2 diamond tools with level 30 enchants, and I was not happy. But whatever. So if we place this down in the nether, power it, step inside, you can see there's our clone that's sitting in our base in the overworld. It even shows that he's holding a piece of cobble. So actually, I'm going to hold... Let's hold the bucket as well. Alright. So we jump back, transitions back to the overworld. And there we go. We're back in the overworld. So I think this will work across any dimension, even like Mistcraft Ages. The only place where it doesn't work, according to the website, is the end. And I think that's just for like balance reasons, with the fact that you can't enter and leave the end normally before you kill the Ender Dragon. So I don't know if that like unlocks after you kill the dragon, or if it's just not available at all. But yeah, so if we jump back in here, we can see there's our original character holding his water bucket. We can transition back through. And there we go, we're back. So actually what I will do... So this mod's... It's pretty cool. I mean, all you're paying to get this second character, this second life even, like this will even work in like a hardcore world. So if you're playing a hardcore map for... God, I don't know why you want to play a hardcore map, but I just hate the thought of losing my world, but whatever. But if you are, you can actually set up these shells and use them as additional lives. So if you die in your shell, and you have a spare shell set up, you'll just teleport to it even in a hardcore world. It won't just destroy your world straight away. So it's actually a pretty cool method to get extra lives. So now I want to try and die in a way that you'll be able to see how this character sort of melts when he dies. Let's see if there's any monsters down here in this cave system. So we're in the empty shell at the moment and not carrying anything, so I don't mind if I die. You're pretty much only paying power. Ah, hello zombie. Let's jump to third person. Come on. Alright, watch this. Oh! Yeah, so you turn into a little puddle, and you show it back in your shell. Oop. And it goes to either the nearest shell, and unfortunately I don't think I can get a label easily to show you. I'll just jump through back into the overworld. So it's pretty cool, but it can get pretty confusing if you have like multiple shells set up, because the only way to distinguish between them is... Actually, I'm just going to get that and get that building another one. The only way to distinguish between them when you're in this radial menu, oh cool, you can even see it being constructed. Interesting. You might be able to automate that somehow. So if you die, it automatically generates a new one. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, there's no way to differentiate between them apart from their coordinates if you actually memorize that, or what they're wearing. But you can actually make up a label, or I think it's a name tag. Yeah, just the vanilla name tag. Oh, which we can actually make. I wonder if that recipe works. I'm just going to try and make one of these, because that'll be the best way to sort of demonstrate it. Let's see. What was it? Assign a string? Do I not have any string? Oh, I do have level though, don't I? Yes. I'll get a piece of string from out here. So, we can name these. Just collect all of this. You can make the name tag and actually name... You're not naming the shell, you're naming the storage container. So that means you can say, for my purposes anyway, if I have a Thorncraft base, I can make one of these labels, stick it on the container in my Thorncraft base, and name it Thorncraft. Grab that. Grab a sign. Let's see if this actually works. Got that back to front, didn't I? Yeah, it does. Cool. Yeah. So if we take this... Oh, I can't do it without an anvil. Oh well, just for demonstration purposes. So if we take this and we... Oh, I can't right click on it. Is that because I'm not stored in it? Maybe? Maybe it's just because I have to name it, which I can't do at the moment. Alright, jump in here, swap to this guy. So yeah, if you name it, you'll be able to see the name in the radial menu. Okay, yeah, so I can't name it until I've actually put a name on the name tag. But it'll display it up the top here, and you'll be able to you'll be able to see the name when you're in this radial menu, so you'll be able to tell which clone you're actually going to. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much the sync mod. And I've rambled on enough, I think. So yeah, that's the sync mod by I think it's iChun? Yeah, iChun, iChun, something like that. It's the same guy that's made the portal gun mod, the morph mod. What was the other one? The hats mod. So he is just an awesome modder. He makes so many cool little nifty tinkery sort of cool mods. So yeah. But alright guys, that'll do for this one. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.